Morning all, morning all. Hope everyone's well. Let me change that. There we go. That's a bit better. My God, it weren't even set up properly. How are we all this morning? Big up to everyone who is in the chat. Hope everyone is great on this Wednesday morning. What's the news, people? What's the news? I see Danalist has posted, I ain't got around to watching it yet, to be honest, but Dan, I'm going to watch your video when I'm finished here, mate. I literally just saw it in the WhatsApp group before I come in here to get something. I will watch it, mate. Apologies that I haven't yet. But I'm sure some of you may comment on Danelist's video and let's see what he had to say, because he shoots straight from the hip and he'll tell you how he thinks he sees it. So that will be interesting indeed. As I say, morning to all of you. Hope you're all well this morning. Having your best day, by the way, everyone. Let's hope so. I see Eddie and Pete in the WhatsApp group been having a bit of a wind up. Happy days to you two. The weather this morning, which I'm sure we'll get to from all of you, the usual. It's overcast, and I don't know if I ain't even been out the front door, to be honest. I don't know if it's warm or just the same as yesterday. I would assume for the next few days. Yeah, overcast. It don't look that inviting out there, but it is what it is at the end of the day. A bit like Tottenham, it is what it is. We can talk all day long about, is this bloke coming? Is this bloke coming? And I'm sure before the end of the window, there'll be another 100 names mentioned about who's coming. But it is important now, isn't it, people? Let's just, defence for this season, sorted. Midfield, maybe another one, be nice. Can you imagine if they did go and get a Morgan Gibbs-White and you had Fernandes, Morgan Gibbs-White and Tonali as your midfield? Would anyone have some of that? Just asking for a friend. Just asking. Obviously, we need a left winger bad. Yeah, we all know that. I think we need two left wingers and a right winger. So we've got two in each position. And then we still need to replace Dumb and Dumber up front. Sorry if that offends anyone, but they are shit, aren't they? Let's be honest with you. Let's have a bit of realism about it. The pair of them are a waste of time, right? So we've got, I suppose we're not going to get both of them out. We might be surprised, you never know. But if one goes, it will be Richarlison, I would have thought. And then one comes in with Solanke as the number two, maybe. I don't know. We've got to do better than what we've got. There's no ifs and buts about it. To what level we go above better than what we've got is a different conversation. Right, from finishing 17th to us, we know we can go and get decent players because we've gone and done it. Yeah, but to what level we can go and get those strikers and get that left winger, only time will tell. Like I said yesterday, some people may love a signing, other people will find reasons to say that it's not good enough or whatever. For argument's sake, let's just say, to bring it up, Savinho. Everyone knows I like Savinho. His numbers ain't been the best the last couple of years, right? But at the end of the day, if he came in, who are we to say, yeah, it's not good enough? You know, surely he's a level up on what we've got, right? To start off, just forget the assists, forget the goals, just for 1 second, just for the swagger. Just for the swagger. But again, that's me, right? There's lots of different options out there. We don't know what way Tottenham are going to go, but it sounds like the Savinho deal will get done, right? So if that's the case, that's the case. You'll have Savinho and Kudos as your two wingers. Then we've got to start looking at what's going on up front. You know, it may not be Savinho, it might be someone else. Whoever it is, it's got to be better than what we've got, even if it's going in that small step increment again. He might be here 2 years, whoever it is, and out. Or it might be here a year. De Zerbi says, no, we'll leave that one out him. We'll get someone else in. I've made a mistake. Let's see if we can get most of our dough back or all of our dough back and move on and get someone else in. I'm sure there'll be signings that he makes that don't quite work out, because they never make 100%. Everyone that comes in is wonderful, but we can talk about it. We can talk about it, as we always do. Before I do anything, I'm going to say hello to everyone very sharpishly this morning, but I'll stick the old link in, and then if anyone wants to come on after I've said hello, by all means do so. There's the link. It's in the bottom of the chat. I'll say hello to a few people, and we'll crack on with the show. But the link is there. I'll whack it in again when I've said the hellos. Morning to everyone who's in here, by the way. Morning to all of you. Ellie's in, having a bit of bants with Mr. Chambers in the WhatsApp this morning. Big up to you, Ellie. Thanks for promoting the show. As usual, really appreciate it, Ellie. Thank you so much. Hope you're well this morning. Kate says, Mark and Sheriff, good morning, my handsome chaps. Well, I mean, like I always say, the Sheriff might well make an appearance, Kate, but I haven't heard what time he got in last night. I haven't seen a message from him, nothing. So I would assume the old fella is in the land of Nod, Kate, but you never know. If he wakes up at 10 o'clock, he'll be on by 20 past. He's that type of guy. So we may well see the Sheriff at some stage, but if we don't worry, Kate. We know he's sleeping soundly, which is the main thing. Big up to you, Kate. Hope you're well. She says, at the moment, the weather is 14 degrees and cloudy. That was at about 7 o'clock this morning. So I'm sure it'll go up a little bit, and Kate will put the message in somewhere along the line of what the temperature will be in Sheffield today, which is not that far from me, actually. Got the proper cup out this morning, Pete. It was probably backwards, but there you go. Ah, dear. She says morning to Pete. Kate, she says morning to Logan. And she says morning to Marianne. And then, just to top it off, she's got 2 blowers, and she says, I've liked on both. What more could you want, Kate? Accept, Kate. Accept the morning squeeze for the lovely Miss Wrexham. There we go, Kate. And just because it's me this morning, a double squeeze. Have some of that, Kate. Morning to you. Hope you're well this morning, Kate. Big up to you, as usual. Logan's in. Morning, Cookie, and the Sherry. If he's not working, you never know with him. I don't need to tell you, Logan, do I? And the chat. Big up, everyone. Hope all is well. Big up to you, mate. Hope you're well. Pete's in this morning. Big up, Pete. Thought he'd be too busy this morning. Big up, Pete. Morning to you. Hope you're well this morning, Pete. I'm laughing away because I wake up and I look at the WhatsApp group, and there's like a load of messages, and Pete and Ellie having bants this morning, and it was funny. It was really funny, and it made me giggle. Let's put it that way. Morning to you, Pete. Jimmy, big up to you, Jim. Hope you're well. A cloudy but warm northwest, like 7. Jim, you'd thought it'd be blasting with sun out there now, wouldn't you? It's July, mate. What are we doing? It's cloudy. I don't get it. Everywhere else in Europe's boiling. But you never know. The heat wave might come back and we'll all be moaning again, Jim, that it's too hot. But there you go. Marianne's in. Big up to you, Marianne. Hope you are well this morning, Marianne. Morning to you. I'll tell you what, while I'm getting the old thingies in there, saying hello to everyone. Listen, there's been loads of names. We all know over the summer, left wingers, Leao, Savinho, Rashford, loads of them, right? Up front, don't look like Krupi's coming now after all the fuss that's been made. That's gone out the window and looks like he's going elsewhere. What do people think about Somerville, the West Ham winger, could be going to play football for Ange, Al Hilal. But the fee, my God, people, €80 million they're talking about. What are we doing here? €80 million. Wow, it's just gone off the scale, isn't it? It almost seems like every player now is going to be just stupid money. But then when you see fees like that going about and you've paid a $1 for Tonali, you think, wow, 20 million, and you've got this player. I know 2 different positions, don't get me wrong. And a lot of people like Somerville, by the way, but I don't think he's no €80 million. Let's be fair. I mean, wow. He's a fair player, but that's where I am with it, people. Sorry. But, and again, if people want to pay it, that's up to them. But I just think he's a young player. Has he gone for the dough? Has he gone for the dough to out there? I mean, come on, man. You've got to have a bit of something about yourself, and you've got to prove yourself first in the best place to play football. And whatever he is, 22, 23, whatever he is, he's sodding off to bloody play for Al Hilal. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying, I wish he had been coming to Spurs. It's just a price tag, man. I just think it's crazy. Crazy money for a probably 35, 40 million euro player in today's, sort of market. But, well, I just think it's a lot of money. Morning to Tom. Hope you're well this morning. I dragged Tom from the WhatsApp group last night. I was watching, there's a fella called JB who is a bit like, I don't know, I suppose like this channel. He'll call it out, have a bit of realism about his channel, about his team, Man United. And I just come across him, don't know the fella, called the United Devil channel. And there's loads of United creators out there, don't get me wrong, right? But this geezer, this JB, right, I've never spoke to him. I sort of mentioned in his chat, let's get together, do a little show. And he's like, well, yeah, but I haven't contacted him yet. So I'll get hold of him and maybe we'll do something. And I will always say, listen, get out there and listen to other channels of other teams and listen to what they're saying about what's going on with their club, because it's almost like it's gone full circle now. Man United spent a few quid last year, finished 3rd. Now they're trying to rebuild their midfield. They're tinkering with things like, well, do we sell Bruno? Well, we can get the money for him, because apparently they are they are tight with dough up there. They're having to sell players to try and trickle in a few quid to get new players. A very similar situation than what Tottenham were in. Even though we had the money, they weren't selling it. Perhaps the Glazers have got the money, right? And they don't want to put it into the club. Who knows? They've got a stadium to build that's going to cost who knows what. So, like Tom put in their chat last night, they're going to feel the pain for a bit now. £3-4 billion stadium being built, they've got to pay for it, right? So they're going to feel the pain. And I think they're trying to get their bits in order. Sorry to go on about a United channel, but it just shows you our people, like we talk about Tottenham, like our others, talk about Tottenham, whatever their opinion is. And he's worried about his football club. He's worried about the standards there, And he's like, if I could sell, but I do like him. Yeah. But really, is our only big source of money coming in? Do we keep him? Do we hold on to him? If we sell him for 100 million, is there a player out there that's as good or better than him that does his job? So they're in that type of position now. And yeah, they are making signings. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's the signings that a lot of those fans wanted at their club, and they're a bit worried, some of them. So, look, fair play to him. If any of you are ever at a loose end, I would say go subscribe to United Devil channel. JB's on there. The geezer talks sense at the end of the day. Again, you don't agree with everything, but on the grand scheme of things, he talks sense. So, yeah, I'll give him a plug because I thought he was decent, to be fair. I really did. JB, his name, United Devil channel. And if you go in there and make a comment, he knows me, as in the 2 Mark Show, Cookie. Just put in there. Cookie said, come and have a look. All right, he'd appreciate it. He'd appreciate it. He's not a massive channel. He's got a good few subscribers, and he just does the whole live. So big up to him. Tony's in. Morning, Tony. Hope you're well, mate, this morning. Big up to you. Lee's in. May the force always be with you, Mr. Payne. Hope you're well. Drewler, morning to you, sweet. I hope you're well this morning. Marianne says, good morning, Kate Lovely. Hope you're well. I'm fine. Picked up my new CD player yesterday, so she's very happy as Marianne. The old one was old, needed change. 12 degrees early will be 24 degrees in Oslo later, Norway. Big up to you, Marianne. I hope you're well this morning. Ellie says, we have Jedley Spence. What do you make of Jedley Spence? Do you want to let him go? He's not going to be the first choice right back while Porro's fit, able to play, and all that stuff. What do you do with Jedley? Because we've got cover over on the left wing now with Udogie, Robertson, Van der Ven can play there, Ben Davis. So there you go. He's here, so you got to name him, Ben Davis. Is he going to be happy just to play back up to Porro? Is he that squad mentality player, if you like, that if he's called in to play, bang, he's on it like a car bonnet? Or is Jed Spence that guy that needs to get away from Spurs because he knows that he's not going to play unless there's injuries or if a player needs a rest? Give me your thoughts on that. The geezer's just got to a semi. Everyone was semi-final. He was. People have been raving about his performances and tackles that he's made in the World Cup. Do you want to keep Jed Spence, or is it like what we've been talking about? Could have certain mentality, ego issues. You know, do we need to get away from that? Like with Romero, have we got to give this manager a clean slate? I said yesterday, a clean slate. Yeah, we've got players that are still staying that he wants to keep. I said, give Tonali the armband. Clean start, mentality change. Yeah, all on board together. Yeah, whoever comes in, no snipping, no sniping. Yeah, we want to win something, right? And get that mentality in here. And that's why I say there are other players that could do the job. I'm not saying they're not. My opinion is on it though. Yeah, you've paid the dough. Yeah, and the other thing is I don't know if he's a talker. I don't. I'm just going on, look, he's coming. Let him set the standard. Yeah, give him the armband. Let him set the standard and let him show players where he feels, yeah, on the pitch, this club is going. That's where I am at with it. Listen, they can make whoever, Van der Ven captain, Gallagher captain, whoever, right? He'll have his little, what they do now every year. I could never remember the name of it. You know, the captain, the vice captain, so on, so forth. In the group, the little group, you know what I mean, that the players can go to and the manager goes to. Let's see who he picks out. Maddison as well. Maddison could end up being club captain. I ain't got a problem with that. I haven't. But for me, clean slate, yeah. New manager, a new Enoch, apparently, right? We'll say apparently, right? New Enoch, new manager, new players, new mentality, right? For the start of this season, right? I'm not saying we forget everything that's gone on in the past, yeah, but new season, a lot of new players that have got a bed in and probably more coming as well. And the sooner it gets done, the better, right? just to give the manager some time on the training pitch. But let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. But Jed, stay or go? Stick it in the chat. Stay or go for Jedley Spence. Let's see. Jane's in this morning. Morning to you, Jane. Hope you're well, sweet. Don't look like Richie or Solanke are off by that RDZ video. It's going to be a big problem, Jane, if we don't get. We can't keep going down this. Oh, but Richarlison might do it under this manager, or Solanke might do it under that manager. Solanke is whatever he is, 27, 28, whatever he is, right? He's done it once. Look, in his career, he's done it once. He's been to Liverpool, bombed out. He's been to Chelsea, bombed out. He's been to Bournemouth, had one good season. He's been at Spurs now 2 full years, going into the 3rd year. For me, bombed out, right? If we're buying players to the standards of Tonali's, to the standards of Fernandes, to the standards of Van Heck, who's Van Heck passing to up front? He's meant to be the defence splitting, the geezer that looks up, bang, sticks it in there, you know, a good solid pass into where he's going. He's the most forward playing centre back. What's the point of him passing it into Richie, who backs in, falls over, looking for the foul, instead of standing there, holding his man off with his body and his arms and his shoulders, making himself big, right? But 9 times out of 10, it bounces off him like he's a barn door. And when you need him, he's never fit. Solanke, ball bounces off him. Yeah, works hard. I've got no. Is that enough for Spurs fans? That our strikers work hard. One does a bit of shithousery, and one will score a goal now and again. Come on, people. We've got to raise our standards here. They both need to go again. They probably won't both go, right? But if we're that big club now, if we're changing direction, yeah, what's the point of buying Fernandes, Tonali, a tasty left winger when you got 2 powder puffs up front? Let's make it make sense. You know, and again, we won't get everything done in a window. But what I do expect him to do, right, is make sure that the first team that walks out on that pitch at the first game of the season, sorry if I'm going on a bit and ranting, it's just, I've been thinking about it, you know. Listen, we can't go into the season with Richarlison and Solanke as our strikers. After all the work that I think most people are happy with on the whole, yeah, and have exciting players that could be doing things for the football club, yeah, but the 2 blokes out front ain't got a Scooby. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts again, people. Let me know your thoughts, because, you know, it's okay to say, well, 6-8 weeks yet, Cookie, right, of the transfer window. We all know how that's been before. You know, RDZ's done a video, like Jane says, and you think to yourself, oh, there ain't one coming, is there? You know, but I expect them to get have a functioning, if you like, first team, because this ain't about squad at the moment, what he's doing. This is about, he's trying to get as many first teamers into that team that they buy in now as possible. And we've got no left winger. We need 2, really. We need another right winger. We probably need another 10. Yeah, a number 10. And we need 2 strikers. That ain't all getting done in this window, right? So it might be a case of that no forward does come in because for them, the right one's not available. It's always available if you get your checkbook out. Go and get Osserman. Yeah? Don't worry about the wages. Who's worried about it? What fan is worried about the wages? Go and get the best that you can get. And it might be a case of, Cookie, again, this geezer's on 400 grand a week. I don't care. I don't care. I want the best that we can get at this time. And I'm not talking about they are the best of the best of the best. Yeah, if I could say to you, let's go and pay 150 mil for Harry Kane, who's saying I'll have some of that? But you still need a left winger to feed him. You still need a 10 to feed him as well. How much of it can we get done with the 6-8 weeks that's left? For me, get another left winger in, get a centre forward in or two, yeah? And at least then we've got a team that when they're all fit, we're competitive against most teams out there. And then over the next 2 or 3 years, it'll be about, like I say, bulking out that squad with quality. So when you do make a sub, you don't drop off a cliff. That's how the best teams do it. Look, I hate to bring them up. Look at Arsenal. They've got 2 first 11s they can put out. In all honesty, that'll beat most teams. And that's where we've got to get to. But it will take time, that part of it. But we've got to make sure that on that first game of the season, we've got a left winger in, we've got a striker in or 2. We've got to do as much as we can and identify these players. But there you go. Sorry to go on, everyone. Big up. Morning to all of you. Lee says, if we don't get at least a left wing and a striker, we will finish mid-table. Very possibly. You'll get spells out of a pair of them, Lee. Yeah, you know what Richarlison's like. He'll go on a little burst for 7, 8, 9 games. Might score 6 or 7 goals. Yeah. You might find that Solanke does improve, yeah, and goes out and scores 10, 12 goals. But ain't enough, is it? We need a proper striker. They're not going to play together. They never fit together. I think they've played once or twice together, mate. I don't know, mate. Whenever they've been on the pitch together, it ain't been no better anyway, has it? So let's be honest. Tony says, I'm not sure that we're getting a striker. Tone, I don't know, mate. I don't know. Man United fans having trouble with owners regarding season ticket usage for many loyal supporters who are far from happy. There's a lot going on there, Jimmy. I don't watch that at the United Devil channel all the time, but if there's not a lot on, or if I click on it and it's on, I'll watch him, mate. And yeah, there's a lot going on there at the moment, to be fair. There is. Rodney's in. Morning to you, Rodney. Hope you're well this morning, mate. Big up to you. Morning to Joe. Listen, again, Rudolph, people may not agree. I just personally like, yeah, and I know where you're coming from. You're talking about assists, goals, all that stuff, and I get it. I get it, Rudolph, right? Because that's what we need from our wingers. You know, it's got to come at some stage that it happens, right? I personally, yeah, think he's got a bit, and it's personal, Rudolph, yeah? I think he's got a bit of something about him that's not been totally unleashed yet, if you like, right? You know, you've probably got players, Rudolph, and you think, oh, I like him. Wherever they play, I'd love him in Tottenham, you know? And I might come back and go, what are you going on about, Rudolph? You know what I mean? So, like I said earlier, not everyone's going to agree, right? I just think he's got a bit of something about him. He's got a bit of swagger. I think he's got a bit of Tottenham in him, if you like. What fans like to see from a attacking player, if you like. I just think he'll improve at Spurs, you know, and yeah, we have got loads of money. Yeah, we can probably go and get players, wingers, forwards that are within the budget that they want to spend. Personally, for me, he's been mentioned a lot. Yeah, like I said earlier, he hasn't done a lot in the last 2 years at City. He's been 3rd and 4th choice. It's just there for conjecture, isn't it? Like you say, if we spend 65 million, there's a high chance it's better. There again, he could flop. There's players that come to teams that flop. Yeah. I'm putting I'm trying to put the money thing aside, Rudolph, because I think it's just so all over the place at the moment. Don't get me wrong, it's changed over the last couple of years, but we'll see what happens, mate, on that front. I think players are just going to get more and more expensive, to be honest with you, the way it's going. But that's just, Rudolph, it's just me, mate. All right? That's just me. That's just my fault on it. People can disagree, obviously. The striker market is very dry this window. Not sure there's much quality out there that we could get. They've got to go looking, Mark. That's what the scouts are for. Yeah, they've got to go looking. There are players out there, and probably 9 out of 10, at some way or form, you're going to be taking a chance, because there's no guarantee, if you like, maybe on the odd player. Yeah, if you're going to go and get a top player in. But let's say Krupi, for argument's sake, right? Just a name that we've been linked with. He's young, right? They want serious dough for him, right? Forget what's happening. They've said he's not coming. I'm just saying he was a name that's been attached to Spurs for the last 3 or 4 weeks, right? We kept getting, oh yeah, I'd love to play for Spurs, so on, so forth. But it looks like he's going to go elsewhere, right? So 90 million quid, yeah, for, I don't know, what is he, 19? And again, like Solanke, he's had one good season in the league, which was his first season for Bournemouth. Fair dues. I think he scored 13 or something and a few assists. Right? Now, and to you, Rudolph, as well, would he be the man that you say, you know what, we'll take a chance? Because whether he's 90 million or not, you're still going to be taking a chance that he fits in to our Tottenham want to play football, and he is the man. What would people say if he did come in at 90 million quid, yeah, and didn't score for the first 20 games? Oh, he's shit. What we bought him for? But it's the same with any player. Well, 97%, if you like. It is what it is, man. And the club will do what they'll do. We'll sit out here, excuse me, giving our opinions on what we think. And not any of us will be right all the time. But that's what the show's all about. It's all about opinions, people, at the end of the day. Big up to you, Mark. Hope you're well this morning. Big up, fella. Razzle's in. Big up to the Dazzler. Hope you're well, mate. Big up to you. Kate, as always, saying thank you for her squeezes. You're more than welcome, Kate. Joe, yes, we can. But at the same time, I think fans have got to be a little bit forgiving, Tottenham fans, because he's almost bought a new team, if you like, Joe. A lot of the places are going to be filled with new players, right? I think you've got to give them a little bit of time to get it right on the pitch, yeah? And like I said yesterday, they could come in, first game of the season, yeah, we've bought a left winger, we've bought a striker. He's had 3 or 4 weeks to work with them, if not longer, yeah? And they hit the ground running, first game at Brentford, against Brentford, and go, bang, have some of that. And we'll all be, wow. You know? It could happen. What I'm saying is don't expect it. And if it does happen, what a bonus, right? But give him time. If we lose a couple on the trot, don't get on him, because it could take a little bit of time. He might need another 1 or 2 in January. Once he's had a look, then I've no doubt he'll think, I've got missing links here. I need to change this. I need to change that. I don't expect him to go and get another 5 in the January transfer window. But what I do expect him to do is get us a proper left winger and get us a striker at least to give us half a chance. Hang on. What? Listen, I'll tell you what, right? I am some sort of geezer. Half an hour ago, I went, I haven't heard from him. Yeah, I haven't seen him in a group. But he could appear in about half an hour. And there we go, half an hour on the dot. He's here. What can I say? The sheriff, good morning, sir.
Morning, mate. How are you?
I'm all right,
How
mate.
is it?
Yeah, we're doing all right. Me and the people are having a chat. What I would say is they're not really chatting. I'm waffling and talking. I'm not what? No, I don't want to put myself down, Sheriff.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no, of
waffling.
course not.
I'm chatting to the chat. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It is what it is.
Yeah.
So we've done. You've missed the Kate Rixham squeeze this morning, Sheriff.
Oh, hang on.
And the she's already said thank you as well.
Well,
So
there's one from me.
there you go. We was talking about, if you remember, Sheriff, morning to you, by the way. If you remember Somerville from West Ham.
Yes, he's going to. Is it? He's going to
Al Hilal.
El Hilal, isn't it?
Drewler's put. What a waste of a career.
Is he only 24, is he?
He's obviously gone with $1, isn't he?
Well, I've got no idea why he's gone there.
Nor have I, mate.
Is Al Hilal the one that Andrew's gone to?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. So you obviously don't fancy his hamstrings anymore either.
Who knows, mate? Ange will have him running around.
Well, yeah, but
listen, here's what it is. Kate's put, Mark, we are not getting a number 9. We're not getting a number 9 either, Danilist says this morning. Total fuming with the crap we have. I know that Dan Danilist has put a video out this morning. I haven't seen it yet because it went on and I was too busy doing stuff. But I will get over to it, Kate, and have a look. And from what I can gather, Dan thinks that it's not happening on the number 9 front, and we're going to end up being stuck with who we've got.
Yeah, I think Dan is even less enamoured with Enoch than we are.
There you go. Listen.
I think, I have watched a lot of the stuff he's put out. Obviously, I'm at work because he goes live at like 11 o'clock at night now. So
he goes live, but he does post videos out. 10-minute videos.
I try and watch as much as I can, but
listen, there's 84 of you in here. Get over and watch it. Not right now, obviously, people.
No.
Later on today, when you're at a loose end, put Dan List in your search bar in YouTube. If you're not subscribed to him, get over and watch his latest video, man. Because Dan, look, I'm only being honest, and I'm not. We know Dan quite well.
Yeah, we do.
He's another one. He just wants the best for Tottenham, right? He just wants the best. He wants to win stuff, right? Get over and have a look, see what he says at the end of the day. But there you go.
Put it this way, right? I'm not having to go at Dan whatsoever, but I've sort of cut Enoch a little bit of slack. Only a little bit for what they've done so far. But there's none of that with Dan. None of it. You don't trust him one little bit.
He doesn't trust him, but he will give him. He will give him, like we do. And like I've said before, Mark, we've castigated Enoch for 18 months on this channel and before that.
Well, to be honest, you've seen all the thumbnails we got for the breakfast brunch.
There you go, right? And nothing's changed, people. I don't want people to think, Cookie and Sheriff, a bit like our mate the world under, yeah? Cookie and Sheriff, there's been a few signings and you can see them. Listen, we ain't moving the needle as far as Enoch is concerned. It's still there, like that, at that angle.
Yes.
Right? It's not there. It's not there. It's not there on empty, but it's there, right? And that's the slack, right, that you give them because they are doing stuff that we want them to do. But where it's there, if no forward comes in, I'll go back to a 3 out of 10 again.
Boom. You'll be back there again.
Right? So left winger, striker, got to be done. It's got to be done this window just to give us a first team, a proper first team.
Yeah.
For me. But there you go. We'll see, Kate. We'll see, sweet. How we go. Yeah, Angie's at Ronaldo's team. I'm sure it's Al Hilal. So,
yeah.
Well, listen, Ronaldo. Can you see Ronaldo running around like a lunatic for Ange at 39? No, at 40, whatever he is. No.
Yeah. No, definitely. And plus, if he has conversations with Ange, there's only one winner.
Well, there you go.
Ronaldo's
and what I've got to say, he's got with the money. 80 million euro. I can't get over it, Mark. I can't get over it.
Mate, at the moment, mate, 80 million euros, about 4 barrels of oil.
Well, when you look at it like that, there you go. Yeah, the price of
oil.
I
mean, the price of the bloody diesel and that over.
Yeah.
Because it's going to sneak up again soon, isn't it? Yeah. It's been steadily dropping a little bit.
There you go. Ellie says, did you see Goldstein said that Man City own both clubs Savinho played for, Troyes in France and Girona in Spain, and bought him back for 20 million and selling him to us for 68 million, a 48 million pound profit. I did read about that, Ellie.
I read a little bit about that.
Listen, Ellie, look, you know as well as I do, Ellie, but Spurs will pay, what they think is a price to get a player in, right? We ain't never all gonna is that you could get 100 people in a room now, right? And these signings have come in, let's say, right? And let's say Savinho gets bought, right? And you'd probably be 50-50. Yeah, I'll have some of that, 50 will say. And the other 50 will say, what we bought him for? Right? So I get it. I absolutely get it. Right? And every day that goes on, I'm telling you now, right, it'll be, who are we going to get? And like a previous comment said, the striker market's dry. What are we going to do? Yeah? That there are forwards out there, right? Whether everyone says, oh, yeah, what a signing that is, probably won't happen unless you go and get a Kane. Unless maybe you go and get an Osherman, someone like that who is proper top level that most will agree on that, that'll be a great signing.
Yeah.
A lot of the others will be like, honestly, Ellie, it'll be, a lot of people go, what a player. Oh, what a left winger, we'll have that. And a lot of people stand there and go, it's not for me, this fella, not for me. So, listen, the club buy the players. We all know who we'd like as individuals, but if they decide that they want to give Man City the best part of 50 million profit for a player, who are we?
Yeah.
Who are we, Ellie?
And can I say...
Go on, Mark.
And can I say, just if you don't rate the player, if they do end up coming to our club, you still got to get behind them.
Absolutely, Mark.
Because they're playing for our club and they're trying to make it better.
Yeah, you've got to give them a bit of time to bed in, number one. Yeah. Let's not get on their back after 5 games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give them a chance to bed in, to do their thing, to take in the information that De Zerbi is going to give them individually and as a team. Yeah. RDZ might play slightly different to our, another manager plays. So this is when we talk about quality and players being able to take on board a different direction of play.
Adaptable.
And maybe what they're used to.
It's being adaptable.
There you go, Mark. That is the word. And that's why there's 2 of us on here. Because normally if one don't get the right word, the other one will spit it out for his mate.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
tag team. You tag me in now.
That's it. It'll be what it'll be, Ellie. I know you're talking about the money, but whoever comes in, we've got to give them a chance, whether you rate them or not. Because just because you don't rate them, it don't mean that they can't do it in an RDZ performance related how he wants to play type of thing.
Yeah, I just got to say as well, because we started off the window on fire. Like the first month, we had 6 players in, and I think it's 6 we signed now, isn't it?
Yeah, we had the 3 frees in, and then we got
Yeah.
Van Eck and whatever. Yeah,
Yeah, Tonali and Fernandez. Yeah. Just because we've signed 6 in the first month. To me, I want to see this left winger and the forward come in yesterday. Of course I do. I'm greedy. And I want the best. And I want the best for my team. But if we got to wait a little bit, as long as they do get them,
Yeah.
then if we got to be a bit patient, so be it, as far as I'm concerned. We still got, 30 days?
Yeah. Just a quick question I wanted to ask you, Mark, because there's been a bit of a development on this, and we were talking about this yesterday. A few people have put in, well, as long as we get one forward, yeah, and Solanke's the second forward, yeah, and would people take Will Lancashire as the guy that's the third forward? Boom. Well, news has it that Will Lancashire has gone to Middlesbrough.
Gone or going?
They've bought him, by the way. No loan. 20 million, I believe.
Well,
right now, Mark, what are your thoughts on? Now, I'll put it this way, right? I'll try and put the context to it, and then you tell me what you think, right? Obviously, people at Spurs have said, you know what, let Will Lancashire go. He's been here, whatever. He's basically cost the club nothing.
Zilch,
right? And RDZ said, you know what, let him go and have his career. Get what you can for him. Exactly what we were talking about, yeah, about getting money in for players that have played very limited minutes for the first team, yeah, haven't got over the final hurdle of getting into that first team, whether it be as a squad player, as a regular, whatever it might be. Mark, 20 million to you for someone that's cost the best part of nothing, right?
Only his development, and that's not.
What do you say to that? Are Spurs, in your opinion, doing the right thing?
Yeah.
Selling players like a Will Lancashire for, let's say, somewhere between 15 million and 20 million, which is going in their back pocket. And no doubt as well, there would have been some add-ons, and I don't know what they are, if there are some add-ons to it, that we get something later down the line.
And I'll be very surprised if he does turn into a baller, if there ain't a buyback clause in there.
Right, yeah, I get that.
You know, for say 30.
Yeah.
You know,
are you bothered that he's gone, Mark?
No.
I just wanted to know what you thought.
Well, obviously, they don't see that he's got a future, you know, in the first team.
Yeah.
We look at the money we got for a mate who's gone to Brighton, that I've only just got.
Plus.
Yeah. Vuskovic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's never kicked the ball from us apart from friendlies.
And this is what I was talking about yesterday, Mark, with you. If you remember, we was talking about Langer, how much we, can't stand the geezer. But if there's one thing he has done that you can say, okay, fair play, right? He brought Bergvall in, whether you rate Bergvall or not. He brought Vuskovic in again. Whether you're a fan that thinks, you know what, we should have either loaned him, sent him out to another team for another year, left him at Hamburg, whatever. Right? He cost 10 million. He's never played for the first team, and they've sold him for the best part of 50. Right? Time all the add-ons are reached and all that stuff. 46 plus.
Yeah.
Right? Are you happy with that, Mark?
Of course I am, mate. Anything.
I'm asking you.
Well, put it this way, right? We have this academy, and they obviously sign what they think are the best players in the area or what they can get hold of, and blah 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 blah. Most of them are only kids.
Yeah.
You know, and the academy is meant to produce what one or two, maybe one a season, maybe.
Yeah.
You've got to remember how many people's in this academy. There's a lot, mate. And you look at the percentages that actually make it from being a kid. It's very low. Is it 1%?
It's in that range somewhere.
It's 2 at the most.
Yeah.
And so you think for every 100 kids that you bring in at 8, 9, 10-year-old, however they are, only for every 100, only 1 or 2 is going to make it. So there's going to be a lot of casualties.
Yeah.
And if they're not Premier League standard, but they are League One, League Two, Championship, sell them for a profit. Because basically they've cost you nothing.
Yeah.
A bit of schooling and a bit of development.
Yeah, I get that.
No, because they don't actually pay them any money to is it 16 you can sign a professional contract?
Yeah, I believe so. 16 now. Yeah, whether
is.
it's still classed as a youth contract, but professional, yeah, I believe so, Mark. 16.
I believe you can sign as a professional at 16. So for the first, say, 8 years, say we sign them at, it's not cost you nothing. And then when they're 17 or 18 and you give them it's a scholarship, isn't it? They call it.
Something like that. Yeah.
And so you've given them their scholarship. And if you make 5, 10, 15, 20 million, 40 million in bloody, what's his name's case?
Yeah.
Fair play. I thought, to be honest, I thought that's what an academy was meant to be.
Yeah, and then you get the odd one that will shine.
Yeah, and you get...
and he comes through.
And you might get one...
the cream of the crop.
And you might get 1 out of 100, as the percentages are, that does burst through. See, I got high hopes. Who's that one? He made a few senior appearances for us.
Luca Williams-Barnett.
The right back.
Oh, the right back. Byfield? You like Byfield, Mark, don't you?
Eh?
You like Byfield, don't you?
He's done well. We'll put it this way. In a struggling team that we were, he did bloody well when he came in. And he's a bit of a monster. I like that in a defender.
Yeah.
I like that sort of monster.
He didn't do anything wrong, did he? To be fair.
He didn't really do nothing wrong.
No.
I got high hopes for him.
He's the type of bloke. Look, when we talk about, for argument's sake, right? I know we're trying to talk about building a squad and getting quality players in, Premiership proven, right? But I think Mark's right on that point. You've got, and again, this is our opinion, not the club's opinion necessarily, but if there were 2 fellas last year, youngsters, Luca Williams-Barnett hardly came on, but we know about the reputation, all right? And we've seen for ourselves what he's done against players that are older than him, not in the Premier League, but he's a youngster playing in the under-21s and all that, and he shines amongst the 21s, even though he's a youngster, right? So they know there's something there with him. Byfield, he's come on. Now, if Jed Spence gets sold, right, for argument's sake, I'm not saying Byfield's good enough, right? Because if you took Pedro Porro off and put Byfield on, you're probably losing the attack that Porro gives you, but you're getting a defender like Jed Spence, if you like, that's going to do his job at right back. Again, we don't know how good he is. Now, someone like Byfield, someone like a Luca Williams, and I'm sure there'll be other names mentioned, right? Why not gradually, whenever, as the season goes on, stick them in a match day squad?
Mm-hmm.
Just stick them in there, even if it's as last sub, and they're probably not getting on the pitch. Give them that feeling of the changing room again, because, like I was saying before you come on, Mark, this is now hopefully, a totally different mentality, to what we've seen for a long, long time. At Spurs, as in ENIC are doing what they're doing. De Zerbi's doing what he's doing. He's trying to weed out, players. one that are not good enough, two that can cause him a problem. Yeah, like seen with Thomas Frank last year. I don't think he wants none of that. It's like, how's the best way to pronounce it? The footballers, it's a job, yeah, for them. Yeah, it is their job. Yeah. And the way I see it is that the headmaster's there every morning. Not you will do as I say, boys, but listen, I'm the headmaster. I'm here to improve you lot.
Yeah.
Whether it be individually, whether it be as a team.
You'd like him to do it collectively.
Professionally, Mark. They go into work.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you can't have fun. We all have a bit of fun at work now and again, have a giggle, whatever. Do you know what I mean? I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But predominantly, right, for me, all that is part of a mentality change.
Yeah.
Within the club.
Of course.
Right? And that's what I want to see.
They got to be drummed into
I don't know. I probably don't explain it very well, but
to me, every player that comes to Tottenham, whether you're 100 million or you're one of the youngsters coming through, you've got to have the mentality right. I'm playing for a massive football club here, and it's my job to get them as high up the table as I can.
Yeah.
And win stuff. Because we've never had that mentality in the past.
No, I agree, Mark. 100 of you in here this morning.
Yeah, big up to all of you.
We haven't got the chat down. I'm going to whiz down the chat again in a minute.
All right, man.
100 of you in here. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Okay, we're on every morning. Yeah, whether it be one of us, both of us, whatever. Right? Unless someone's on holiday or has got food poisoning this thing, right? We're on. We'll talk. This is your show.
Well, without the audience, mate, we're nothing.
No, but at the same time, we need you to help get us out there. Share it on your socials. Sorry, I say it every day. Mark and I don't really do socials. Okay?
I don't understand them.
Right? It's just way over me, right? If you can post a show out there on your Twitter, on your Instagram, on your whatever, like Ellie does for us every day, right? The more people that can do it, the better it will be and help grow this channel, yeah? Because there's no reason why we can't have double the people that come in here now and still have a wonderful community channel, right? It's all about the fans. We want to hear everyone's opinion, whether it be in the chat, whether it will be when we do fan shows and people come on the show. We want to hear from other YouTubers, what they think, right? It's about everyone that's out there, because without you, this show does not exist. I can come on here every day for an hour and ramble. So can Mark. Right, but predominantly these shows are about you, and that's why we try and bring up as many comments as we can. Yeah, and then we do it like that. There you go. TTID says, big up to Ellie, by the way. TTID says, we'll get new strikers, just looking for the right ones to fit the system. And TTID, I hope you are right, fella. I hope you're right. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Tom says, appreciate you sharing, JB. It was interesting, Cookie. Listen, JB is a lot bigger than us, don't get me wrong, right? But if you like, I think JB's a pretty intelligent guy, people, right? For Man United fans out there. A lot of the reason that I'm interested in JB at the United Devil channel is because, like yesterday, right? I'll give you an example. Yesterday, there was a fella that kept repeating in the chat the same question over and over again. You don't, he's answering the question, then underneath that, you don't answer my question. You don't do this. You don't do that. Right, so there was, I don't know, 40 people watching. Yeah. So basically, JB will bring you all the news about Man United. Yeah. he'll talk about it, what United are doing, and then he'll give his reason why or whatever, that he don't think it's right or he thinks it's great. A bit like this channel, Mark. Yeah?
Yeah.
This bloke, man, kept going on and on and on. So anyway, he brought the first comment up, right? And he looked at it and he said, I can't remember what the chatter's name was. And Tom will back me up here, I think, if he was in the chat then, because Tom was in the chat. And he said, whatever your name is, he went, do you know what? He went, you can do that, mate. And it's exactly what he did. He went, you can swivel on that. He said, if you don't like it, go and watch someone else. He said, you don't have to be here. End of. Boomf. Never brought another comment up from the geezer, whether he banned him, whether I don't know. Right? But just as an example, not talking about the football. Yeah. He was getting trolled basically. Yeah. And no prisoners. Just no prisoner. And good luck to him, man.
Yeah.
Good luck to him that he's that strong-headed. And like he said, it's my show. Yeah. And I'll run it how I want to run it. You don't have to watch it. What more can you say? Do you know what I mean?
That is all you can say, isn't it? It's people's choice to come and watch a YouTube channel.
People don't need to be coming in, and giving people shit like that. Anyway, he's a nice bloke. And
I'll be honest, I've never understood the mentality of that, because I've watched many YouTube channels and I watch it for 5 minutes live, recorded.
Yeah.
This, that, and the other. I'll watch it for 5 minutes. If I don't particularly agree or like what they're saying, I just turn it off. I don't put in a thing, I think you're a load of bleep, bleep, and I think you're a bleep, bleep, bleep. And all that.
What I will say to finish off on JB is he's very in depth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tries to get his point over from, again, his opinion. Yeah, because that's what people are tuning in for.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. He's got his source, if you like, at the club. I don't know who that is. I don't think anyone does apart from JB. Right? But I'm being funny. He's putting stories out there, right, that he's hearing from his source 2 weeks before United or anyone else is seeing it in the newspapers or any other leaks are coming out about it. And 9 times out of 10, he's right.
Fair play to him, man.
Do you know what I mean? So, you know what? I just think fair play to the bloke. He seems a really nice fella. And we have spoken briefly in his chat because he brings our comments up regular when I'm in his chat. And we actually got called by him. I think he's watched a couple of shows and he actually called us legends.
He did put a comment in, didn't he?
There you go. Yes, he
did.
There
was one show a couple of weeks ago where he put a comment in one of our shows.
Yeah.
I was on it. I know I was.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know who it was. It was a new name. I said, you said, hang on, I watch this.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll sort something out before hopefully the season starts and maybe we'll have a bit of because he normally does one-on-one, him and his chat. You know what I mean? So I'll try and get hold of him and speak to him. Like I say, he's a really nice fella, down to earth, says it how it is. And we'll see if we can sort a little show out because it's interesting. I take an interest in United because all Lisa's lads are United. Don't get me wrong by any stretch. I am no Man United fan whatsoever, right? But I keep a little eye out just so I'm keeping up with the banter with these three. You know what I mean? So,
believe you me, mate, I know what you got to put up with living where you do. We've been backstage and I've heard the nonsense that goes on with Lisa's kids. And I definitely heard after when they beat us last year. Was it 1-0 or something? They beat us. Me and you was backstage for a show and you were getting pelters, mate.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, quite rightly so, because you'd be exactly the same if it was 1-0 to us. Hopefully it will be this year.
They're getting it already. Don't you worry about that.
Oh, are they? What about the money thing?
Yeah. Loads of money.
Yeah. Give it to
him. Big up to Tom. Big up to you, Tom. Hang on a sec. There we go. Flixie. There you go. It's been a member for a month. Big up to you, Flix.
Big up to you, mate.
Get over to the Flixstar, mostly daily at about 3:45.
Yeah, I'm just about going to work then.
There you go. But he's on for whatever, 45 minutes, an hour.
Yeah.
Again, really talking to the chat one-on-one. Get in there, ask him
Believe
questions,
you me,
whatever.
Anybody who does a YouTube channel, because I will admit, mate, if you're not about, I shit my pants when I got to come in here on my own. I think, what the hell am I going to talk about?
You do all right,
talking to the chat, mate.
Your show you did the other week was cool. What was wrong with that?
That was all right, mate, but I still don't like doing it on my own.
Well, there you go. But you did it, mate. That's the main thing.
I know you get used to it, mate. You get used to it when I'm in my absence.
Yeah, mate. I come on here every day. I love it, mate.
Yeah, I know you do.
Don't get me wrong. I think everyone gets that little bit of stage fright. You know, some people will make notes as soon as they finish the show. Do you know what I mean? Like today, let's say we finish the show at 11 o'clock. Some people will make notes, and if they're not going to have a show for a couple of days or till tomorrow morning, they'll refer back to their notes. I do that now and again. You know, and sometimes I haven't prepared any notes, and I walk in here and I'm like, right then, what's happened in the last 24 hours in my head? I haven't written nothing down. You know, listen, we just talk Tottenham, don't we? At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Big up to the Flicks for being a member for a month. And look, straight away, Joe's hitting me. He's coming to take me out. Stop with the conspiracy theories, guys. Like it or not, City are a well-run club, better than ours. And they are very well-run, Joe. And that's, you know, where I aspire Tottenham to be. To do
exactly, mate.
Where you're not United, where City got to, with just the wonderful players that they had in their squad. Yeah, they fell off a bit. Yeah, should they have done a bit more, a bit earlier to try and fill? Probably, right? But they've changed manager now, so it'll be interesting to see what approach he takes with City, and it'll be interesting to see now who they sort of feed out, because there'll be changes, who they feed out and who they bring in.
I'd have one player from City yesterday.
But Mark, that's where I want Tottenham to be at.
Of course.
Where we've got a bunch of fantastic players, a squad, and then every window it's like, this January, we need to try and
address this position.
Refresh, if you like. And away you go, and then summer and 2 or 3, and then boom, every year.
This way, right?
Magic roundabout in a good way.
If I know he was sort of frozen out a bit last year, and he only made limited appearances. If Phil Foden comes on the market, I want us to be all over that. That's a show in itself. That he is a Tottenham player, in my opinion. So is Jack Grealish, but I know he's already gone. I'm amazed. Well, this is pre the spawning of the new Enoch. Yeah. But we should have been all over Jack Grealish. If that's ever a Tottenham player in the Premiership, Jack Grealish is your man. 1,000,000%. Well, that's my opinions.
For me, right, Foden was quiet last season.
Yeah, he was.
We saw what he could do at City when he was in the team, for a good 3-4 years when they were winning everything or a lot of stuff. I don't know how old Foden is now, 25, 26, maybe.
He's not, maybe.
Right. But again, he's another player, and I think Mark's correct, right? And he's probably never coming to Spurs, right? But
you can but dream, mate.
Listen, right? I think Foden will be great down Spurs. He's another one. He's just got that bit of something about him. Yeah, he does blow hot and cold. I get it, right? But when he's hot, he's fucking hot. Do you know what I mean? He's a wonderful player. And you don't lose it, people, right? It obviously, He's gone a bit stale there. Perhaps Pep didn't fancy him. Ferrari wanted to play football to try and
I
win the
think that's a
league.
lot of it, mate.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Right. But I would say, personally, if you could get a Phil Foden after he's had a pretty shit season, right,
Yeah.
knowing that for the 5 years before that, he was a bit tasty, let's say, right? Would you take a Phil Foden, people?
I'd have him
Phil
yesterday.
Foden come on the market at 100 million tomorrow.
Oh,
Would you take Phil Foden? Bearing in mind, he had a shit season last season.
yeah. And he was frozen out more than anything, wasn't he?
Just, you know,
Yeah.
a lot of people don't like Phil Foden. It could cause a massive argument in the chat. There are people out there that, Phil Foden. Well, so, yeah. Listen, all I can say is Phil Foden is 25, 26, whatever he is, right? He's won everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a fantastic set of players around him. Agreed. Yeah? But he's won everything. Why wouldn't you want a player like that?
And how the hell the great English manager Thomas Tuchel never took him to the World Cup is mind-blowing.
Well, people who say, Mark, he only took players that were in form for their clubs.
And they had to be playing. They had to be playing. Blah blah blah. Yeah, yeah. I sort of get that, but I've always liked him. It's the same as Grealish. I always loved Grealish as a player.
Listen, for me, in any squad, right? Yeah, we have Bellingham, right? We know he can turn it on at a tap. He does it at Real Madrid. He's done it for England, right? For me, you've got to have even if it's one, Phil Foden. Or, if it's not Phil Foden, a Cole Palmer.
Yes.
Yeah? That sort of player that will, and even you can go further back, right? Even, we're taking Elliot Anderson off and we're bringing Adam Wharton on. Right? Yeah, he's young. But take him. He's the guy that could be breaking that opposition attack up and just saying, giving it there. There you go, mate. Go and do your biz. There you go. Go and do your biz. Yeah? That type of player. That could
the thing is, with any squad, mate, you need different types of players. Yes, at Tottenham, we've been blessed with all the creative and mega skillful ones, and we can go back through the names, but we've done it many, many, many times. But in them teams as well, there's also a Stevie Perriman that'll stick his body in the way and get the ball and give it to the skillful one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Always.
Yeah, okay.
Always. I mean, you look at when the prime Poch team.
Yeah.
You had people like Wanyama. But they couldn't run round him because he was too big. They'd be out of breath if they had to run round him. So he'd just stand there, get the ball, give it to Dele in the midfield. Go and do your biz, son.
There you go.
Go and do your biz. Go and flick it to Harry and bang, 1-0. You know what I mean? And Moussa Dembele as well, another very undersung hero.
Absolutely.
What a player he was.
Yeah.
You know, but the amount of time he used to rob them of possession, glide past 2 or 3, not known for his goal scoring, but he'd feed the ones that he knew had the better finishing ability than him. You know, what a player. We need players like that back in the team because you've got different types. I know there's not really many different types of player these days because they're all athletes. You know, and they're trained like robots these days, isn't they?
Yeah.
The sort of, I'm going to mention his name, the Glenn Hoddles of this world. You'll never see another one of them.
The Mavericks.
Football's a lot different these days. But
you know,
you need different sort of types of player in your team. You don't want 11 robots in the team all doing the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Rudolph, don't I know it, mate, that there's only so many hours in a day. I was just trying to give an example of a fella who's says it. Harry sees it. That was all. Yeah, big up, Rudolph.
Yeah, big up, Rudolph.
Mate.
Good
Joe's
morning,
in now.
everybody.
See, this is interesting. You see that, and this is what I like. And Flicks and Joe can talk about this in the chat.
Yeah.
Right. Flick says they better keep hold of Jed Spence. I'll be majorly pissed off if they sell him on. Right. And by the way, this is not to cause arguments. This is about having a chat with each other and explaining why.
Yeah.
Flicks, you would want to keep him, and why, Joe. Yeah. Again, he's put it on there, but I'm sure there's other reasons as well. Yeah. Joe says Spence can go. His attitude stinks. Flick says he'll be pissed off.
Yes.
If they sell Spence on.
Now, there's always been rumours of Jed Spence and his attitude, aren't there?
Yeah.
And if you think back over the right, he might be coming into his own now. But what's he had? 3 managers that didn't fancy him. Conte was the first one that called him a club signing.
Yeah.
I can't remember who followed Conte in the door, mate. Was it Ange? No, I don't know. No, it was mate. You only lasted 10 games, wasn't it? The ex-West Ham boss.
Yeah, too many to mention. Yeah.
But none of them fancied him.
Yeah,
because he never really got a start, did he? Until
injuries.
Yeah, injuries
with Ange. Yeah.
And there was a lot going on about his attitude then as well.
Yeah.
There was rumours leaking out he's got a terrible attitude. And to me, he got worse when he got his first England cap. Because he was like Billy Big Balls. You know, I played for England now. Blah, 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 blah.
Sell or keep?
I'm not bothered. And that is the truth, mate. If we get a fee for him, to me, yes, he had a great World Cup. That tackle we made against Argentina in the semi, I swore then. But that tackle we made in the semi-final, shall we say?
Yeah.
That was outstanding. Yes, he had a great World Cup. I wouldn't be bothered if they sold him.
Fair play, mate.
He's really not for me because of how long we've had to wait for this. For me, anyway. That's only my opinion.
He wants first-team football.
Yeah, there you go.
And, you know, I don't think RDZ fancies him to be the fella that's going to be in every game every week. So
well, there you go, mate. So, if that's what he wants and he's got an attitude about it, get rid of him. We don't need players like that in the squad with attitudes. And
that's the sheriff's comments. And on top of that, TTID says yes, and keep hold of Davis for another 10 years for sentimental reasons.
He'll be captain next year.
Morning to Mark. Hope you're well this morning, Mark. Big up to you.
You never quite heard that. Did you hear that? What I
heard it. Don't worry. Yeah. I heard it.
Just brushed over it.
One of them, Mark.
We know my feelings on Mr. Davis.
I do, mate. I do. Yeah. Borodar to Colin. Hope you're well, Mr. Crossamano. This morning. Big up to you. He says
from a sunny valleys, I'm hazarding the guess.
Probably makes you sick, doesn't it? Sunny valleys, so it'd be pissing down over here. Borodari says we can get rid of Spence and play Byfield as backup to Porro.
This is probably so. You're probably an hour behind in the chat, or 40 minutes or so. So this is probably even before I said what I said. I'm just surmising.
What are you talking about, Willis? Yeah, we're an hour behind. So I'm going to do a few whizzes now just to. But I've got to read this one out because it's better the thing. Rudolph says, I would sell Doggy if possible and play Spence, who is a better player. People keep on going on about Spence behaviour. Well, he's been mucked about since joining, but still showed growth. He's our best left back. You was doing all right until you said he's our best left back. How can you be our best left back when you've not got a left foot? Sorry. People know my feelings.
Yes, I know your feelings like very well.
Right, and I've got no thing that he can still defend. Yeah, but what's the point of running 40 yards down the line to turn round to play it back 20 yards where you've just come from.
Yeah, there is that. If he could develop a left foot,
Now, that's a different story, Mark.
yes, because as you've told me, I was never good enough at football, but you were forced to kick with your weak foot. I believe it was your right one, because you were left-footed
I
anyway.
was left-footed, yeah. And
Are you still available to play left back?
Mate, I'm always available, right? Whether anyone would want to see my dad belly is another... No chance, mate. But I am available.
I will
very
say though,
cheap rate,
at least you got a left foot.
I've got a left foot, mate, and
The wand. So I heard it was nicknamed.
in its day, it was a bit of a wand. Yeah, I won't deny that. Yeah, it has been a bit of a wand in my lifetime, for me anyway. But listen, it's just me. I've got this thing about, I don't know why players can't kick just as well with both feet, right? But that's just me, though. And it's probably because my dad put it into me. Yeah, and then growing up watching football and whatever and playing football. Yeah, it was from as pretty much way back to probably 9 years old. Yeah, that I was playing football with both feet. If I needed to use my right foot, I could use it. So it just is what it is. It's just, I just think there's a lot of players today that are so one-footed, right? So one-footed. And I just think it's mad that we think our best left back is a fella that can't kick with his left foot. It just my mind boggles with it. But again, Rudolph, each to their own, mate. Each to their own, and that's
And
what
he
it's all
wants to
about.
sell you Doggy, who barely plays for us anyway.
Here's
it's like I said.
Listen, even right with a so-called washed-up Andy Robertson, right? Watch next year, and he don't get forward that much, but there is an option now, right? That when the ball does get down the line, he does go on the overlap from time to time. Watch the difference of having someone with a left foot who can actually put it in the box rather than turning around and coming back again every time. Do you know what? I'm not saying he won't do that from time to time, but at least it's being mixed up then.
Yeah.
You know? So, listen, I'm not saying Spence is a bad player, Rudolph, by the way, because I don't think he is. I think he's a very good defender, right? And he showed England that he can get forward, yeah? I think it's just a bit predictable, probably where you're going with a ball when you've only got 1 foot. Let's put it that way. I don't know the best. Yeah, let's put it like that. Big up to you, Rudolph, though. Big up to you. There you go. There you go. We was talking about this the other day, weren't we? Archie Gray as a third choice right back option. Yeah.
Well, by my silence, you can tell my disgust.
Well, look, I think Archie Gray, he's going to be like a utility player for Spurs.
To be honest.
I think that's what he's going to be.
To be honest, I can't. As much as he's probably going to turn out to be a wonderful player, but I don't think he's going to get the minutes. Not with all the signings we've made and hopefully, please, are going to make. I can't see him getting a lot of game time, mate. And I do agree with you. He might be, one of them's injured. He might have to be, but it's only going to be like a last resort sort of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Is he better than any of our midfield that we got now?
No.
Well, definitely not. Definitely not. So where's he going to play then? You know,
it all depends. If Archie Gray's the type of fella that you go to him and say, "Look, the club have changed direction. We do want you here, right?
But you're going to have to graft.
Your game time's going to be limited. It's more of a you're in the squad. If we need you, we'll play you. But I don't know. How can I phrase this right? We think you can get there, yeah, but you need a bit more time. So we want to keep you at the club. We want you in and around this mentality change at the club, yeah, because he seems to have a good mentality. So it'll only improve it again, yeah. We do want you about, and whether he went out on loan or whether he does stay around the club and learn, like we spoke about when he first came in. If you remember, when Paulinho came in, they said, let's hope that he learns.
Yes.
He wants to be a proper DM. Let's hope that he's watching and learning and listening and, but it don't seem like that happened. And I just think he'll be a utility player at Tottenham, Mark.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And oh, by the way, you're starting away at Exeter in the Carabao Cup.
Yeah. That type of thing.
Yeah.
I asked a question earlier, stay or go. Can't remember who I was talking about now. Enlighten me, people. That was a long time ago. That was before you came on, I think, Mark. I asked people, would you stay or go? Who was I talking about? Was it Solanke? Or Lancashire? No, it might have been Lancashire. Talking about Lancashire, maybe just before you came on, Mark, as well. Stay or go, as in, do you let him go, like we were talking about?
Yeah.
I think Tony said stay, to be fair. If it was Lancashire and Mark's coming and said go. So
yeah, I'd probably say go as well.
It might have been Solanke though, because Tony's, but if we start the season with Solanke and Richie, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Well, it probably is then. It probably is Lancashire then, mate. Because if that's the two we got left. Yeah. Well, to be honest, so will all of us. If we do not sign a striker, right, what's the point in doing what they've done so far? Again, they've done half a job. So there's no point. All right, the half they've done so far has been, well, to me, it's been amazing because we've never seen them act like this. But with what they've done so far, you've got to give them a flower, and you've got to, you've got to sort of say well done, because this is what the protest was about, you acting like this.
Yeah.
And so acting like this at the moment, or for the first month of the transfer window, you have certainly done something I thought you'd never ever do. Certainly. I didn't think we'd be signing people for 90 million because we've never done it.
Yeah.
And smashing the record transfer fee 2 days on the trot. Because one come in one day and then, we announced him the day after. Fernandez was the first to rock up, and that obliterated our record transfer. And the day after that, they announced bloody Tonali, and you think, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
Who the hell was stolen the credit card from the? That's the first thing I thought about. Someone must have stolen the credit card at the club.
Just moving on, Mark. Great points, by the way. I'm going to bring this comment up because I didn't know this situation had changed. Now, I'm just going to ask you one question, Mark. Just tell me the names, right? And then I'm going to bring a comment up.
All right, I've not even seen it. I don't even know.
Right, you don't know what I'm going to bring up. Who are our strikers, Mark?
What, for next season?
No, who have we got as our strikers now?
Solanke and Richie.
Right. So if I said to you...
And Lancashire at the moment.
My mate Mark has come in here, a part of the Mark Army, by the way, and said, Ivan Toney is clear of the tax hit for leaving Saudi. Is anyone averse to Ivan Toney coming in? Let me put it this way, right? So the scenario is Richie and Solanke, or one of them and Toney, right, as your centre forward. Now, I don't know how much he would cost, right? We all have to bear in mind the dough that he's been earning over in Saudi, and I don't think whoever he comes back to this country to, he's going to be earning anywhere near.
He won't even earn a quarter of that, mate, will it?
Right. So does he stay and carry on earning what he's earning in Saudi, or does a Tottenham, who have got a rebuild, I'm not going to say project, I'll say a rebuild going on at the club, does he want to be a part of that? Does he sacrifice the money to come to Tottenham and score goals for us?
Now I got to go very careful what I can't say in case Dexter's in the chat, because he always asks us if we've signed Ivan Toney yet. But given the choices of them two numpties or him, they're all much of a muchness, aren't they? To be honest.
I'll take Ivan Toney every day over these two. My word. Honestly,
I probably would as well, but he's not gonna be the game changer that improves us massively.
Yeah. There you go. Mark's put, and this was the comment after, I think Richie goes, Solanke stays. I think we should go for Toney. Yeah, he was, Joe. Yeah, Dominic Solanke was at Chelsea, Liverpool.
Oh, that was when he was a youngster, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That is when he was sort of a kid, teenager, and they both let him go because they couldn't see a future for him.
Yeah. Flicks, I don't know where they're going with it, mate. I honestly don't. It seems like they're trying to buy Premier proven players.
Yeah.
Right? They're going down that route so that maybe the adjustment from wherever they're coming from, yeah, even if it might be a player that's abroad now that has played in the Premier League before, yeah, that I don't know where they're going up front at the moment.
Well, I'll be honest with you, mate. I know he's on mega money, but your mate, one you keep going on about. Will he do the pressing that De Zerbi wants?
And this is the problem. You say, I've got no doubt that Vlahovic will score goals for Spurs.
Yeah.
Right? And I keep going on about, it's not about the money because he's free, right? He's on massive money, again, in Italy. But yeah. I've also seen that they've tried to offer him a new contract. He's like saying, well, do you know what? I know it hasn't worked out, but you're offering me a contract. I want half of what I was on. I've seen figures of 150, 170 grand a week that he'll take, right? Whether he's the right bloke or not, again, right? I don't know. I'm not a mind reader. But if you haven't got anyone else and I can get a Vlahovic in, yeah, again, surely that's got to be better than what we've got. Just because of what he's done in previous seasons.
Put it this way, mate. Me and you are better than what we got, and I'm rubbish. You're a lot more talented at football than me, but me and you are better than what we got up top, mate.
This is interesting from Mark. No, this is interesting as well. Need a bully, a good hold-up man, excuse me, and a good finisher. Toney is that guy.
Well,
Thiago at Brentford. What's he going to cost? You want a big bully?
Yeah.
Right? When we was so-called in for Krupi, I was like, well, do you know what? He'll probably need a bully. If he's play two up front, he'll need a bully up front. And I'm like, do you know what? If that's how we're going to play, I would go and get someone like a Brian Brobbery, whatever his name is. That big handful at Sunderland. Yeah.
Or we need a monstrous number 10.
Or, well... We'd like to have everything, Mark, wouldn't we?
A big old lump. Well, no, but if Krupi's going to be a guy, you're going to need a big old lump up there somewhere.
Krupi ain't coming. It's all off, mate. He ain't coming to Spurs. Well, fair enough. No. He's not coming to Spurs. Not from what I've read anyway, and seen. So there you go. Flick says who's how we're going to be. I've said at least 2 midfielders and a top striker who can get us at least 15 Premier League goals.
Yeah.
Arsenal done it that way, and it takes time. You get that first team base in, that'll win you whatever games, and and build from there. But trouble is, right, and I hate to say, we were so shit for 2 years, right? Look at the position we was left in. How many shows did we say, right? while we're commenting, watching games, saying this lot ain't good enough.
Yeah.
The majority of this lot are not good enough. And I know that the players had 87 different managers last year. And I know that there was lots of upheaval at the club and whatever. But all that is stopping, people. Let's hope it's stopping.
Well, yeah.
Let's hope it settles down. And another thing, Mark, I'll mention while I was talking about De Zerbi, is that he's brought some of his own staff in.
I've seen that. A couple new staff members have arrived.
Yes, that he worked with at Brighton as well. So he knows how they work. There's not a lot of feeding in time.
Mhm.
Obviously, De Zerbi may have different ideas to what he had at Brighton slightly, and they've got to be fed in. But the medical man, the assistant coach, Andrew Crofts, the medical man, and there's another two who's there, I think.
Any relation to Lara, by the way? This Crofts bloke.
Who knows?
No, I'm just asking.
Well,
for a friend.
Could well be. Flick says, "Are we getting Savinho this week, people?"
Well, who knows? Who knows is the first, because it's the way it's like I said, about half hour ago, the way this window started, everyone was like really excited. Oh, look at us. Now it's gone a bit, and now it's gone like quiet in a church mouse. Everyone's pissed off now.
Well, there you go.
But
say
they still do have a month, say, before the season starts.
Yeah.
I'd like to see what I'd like to see. Obviously, I don't want to see us do what we normally do and wait till the season has started. We've lost the first 3 games, and then they start panicking and bring anybody in. Because that's generally what happens with us over the years.
Yeah.
Is panic stations in the last 2 weeks of the window after the season started, and we're bloody struggling already.
Yeah.
If you lose the first couple of games, mate, you're even more behind the 8 ball than we were bloody before they started splashing all this cash. Because you got to remember, the last 2 seasons, we are so far behind the 8 ball that we're not going to get it done this year. And we've said this when they started with all this we're not squandering, but spending money. And before they started any of this, we said we're that far behind the bloody 8 ball that it ain't going to be fixed in one summer.
No.
This will take multiple windows of
for a squad rebuild.
Yeah, clever investment. They can get some of it done now.
Yeah,
but as long as they don't pile loads of money in this summer, and then in January we don't spend a damn penny, this has got to be the start. If they're really serious about getting us up the league, getting us competitive again, it's got to be an ongoing process now.
Yeah,
every transfer window, bang, here's another one. In the summer, bang, here's another 2 or 3. In January, here's another 1 or 2.
Yeah. There you go.
That's the way it is, I'm afraid, because I haven't seen him yet. He might be in the chat. I'm not nowhere near him, but he, I've still got the Enoch out drum. Well, I'm warming it up now. I'm never going to be completely Enoch out, but if they act like I want them to act, it's going to dampen my anger towards them. Of course it is, because they're doing what I want. It's the same as you, mate. You'll never be. Personally, if you ever say to me, "Look, I'm Enoch in now," I think you'd had the wrong medication or something. I'll contact your doctor, see if he's prescribed you the right pills.
It's going to take a damn sight more than 200 and whatever it is, 60 million quid or whatever it is that Spurs have spent so far to change my opinion of Enoch, mate.
No. Well, I'm exactly the same as you, mate. I don't trust them.
But they have done some good things since it's been announced.
Yeah.
Fair play. Big up to Mr. Taylor, part of the Mark Army.
Yes.
I have to say.
Big
Big
up.
up to you, Mr. T. Hope you're well. I can
Yes.
see that there's a good old chat going on in the chat between yourselves. Just remember, I've seen the first couple of comments. There's nothing wrong with them. Keep it nice, people. It's just difference of opinion, right? And that's what we love on here. So you go at it in the chat. Just don't be personal to each other. I like to reiterate for new people that may be listening. I'm not bothered what you do in the chat, but as long as it's not personal or racist or anything like that, then you can crack on with it.
Yeah, but I've done that.
And Mark said, as you turned up, which must have been at about 9 minutes past 10, the mentality monster is here. It's got to be you he's talking about there, Sheriff.
Well, it might be.
You know what I mean?
Well,
there you go.
I've always thought my head is sort of screwed on, even if what goes on inside it, I forget anyway. To be honest, these days.
Pete says, morning, Sheriff Squire.
Big up, Pete. Probably, I would say, from a sunny Bournemouth and a quick weather report is 23.
And Marianne, good morning, Sheriff.
Big up to the original YouTube member.
There you
and
go.
Can I say, mate, last night was rather chilly.
Oh, go on.
Yeah, no, it was, mate. You can tell the temperatures are definitely on a bit of a downward slide.
A bit chillier in the evening.
Well, certainly at like 4 o'clock in the morning, it was, it certainly wasn't polo shirt weather.
Yeah.
Not like it has been. It's been like 20 odd degrees in the evening and at night.
Yeah. There you go. I'm just trying to see who else is in. I said hello to Logan. Hope you're well, Logan. Sophie's in this morning. Big up to Sophie.
Big up, Sophie.
You're well. She just puts it simply, quite simply, really. I know we go around the houses a bit and try and go a bit more in depth, Sophie, but morning to you. And she says, hope you're well. We most certainly are. We need at least another 3 players, but we're not going to rebuild the whole team in one window. Can't agree more, Sophie.
Well, you said
Can't agree more.
Well, Sophie, you said in one sentence what takes us about 20 minutes.
Absolutely, Sophie. I think we need another 3 in, like good quality first teamers to come in, right? And put listen. It like Mark said, we've got Richie and Solanke, right? Big clubs, they identify who they want. They know one's got to go, right? And the other thing is, don't forget as well, people. I've got to say, our squad is huge. Go and have a look at our squad, and we're talking about players coming in for 1 game a week. I think we've got something like 35 first-team squad players at the moment. We need to sell some players and rapid. Do you know what I mean? Because we're going to get to that stage where we've spent again. And don't get me wrong, like we said earlier, some have gone. Yeah, it is what it is. And they've raised some money. And we've all said about we don't raise money. Yeah, we've raised about 120 mil so far, I think. Right? And spent 260 odd, something like that.
Yeah, we're roughly, for round figures, we're roughly on about 150 outgoing, and we
something like that. Yeah, without being spot on the number, it's around there somewhere. So we have spent money again, yeah, but at least we are trying to recoup it. It could be another 20 million odd on that with Will Lancashire going to Middlesbrough. It looks like that's going to get done fully and over the line. So there's a bit more in. There's still loads that can go, but it's listen, again, it's not my squad, right? But they're going to be paying a load of players that don't even get to see the light of day in the first team, So it is what it is at the end of the day, right? But I still think it's so important at the moment that we start shifting players out that Roberto De Zerbi feels that are not required at the club anymore. I'm sure there's still plenty there that he doesn't feel that are necessary at Tottenham. So,
well, yeah, more than likely, mate.
You know,
More,
let's
more
start
than
getting them
likely.
out. Let's start
Yeah.
getting them out. Yeah, Dan List done a little 5-minute video this morning, and put it out. I'll have a look at that when we're done. Rudolph says, we don't know Somerville's choice of club is a waste of career. Ronaldo plays out there, and perhaps he can learn something from him. Football will develop there for sure, and we can't be first world centric. Rudolph, Somerville can do what he wants, mate.
Yes.
Right? Absolutely he can.
And I
People
do
will look
agree
at
with
it
you.
and say, well, hang on a minute, has he gone with a dough? Yeah,
Well,
I don't
that's
know what
obvious,
his
mate. Of
contract
course
is.
he
I'm
has.
sure it's a damn sight more than what he earns here, right?
Well, let's face it, mate. A year over there, he'll probably be able to live comfortably for the rest of his life.
Probably will, probably can. My point is, Rudolph, has he gone to the money and thought to himself, do you know what? Money for the family. We're set up for generations now. Done. And he has been probably for a while, but this just creams it off for him. Or is he the type of player that thinks, do you know what? I earn decent money anyway, wherever I'm playing in the Premier League. I'll go and prove myself because I haven't yet.
Yeah.
That was where I was coming from with it. You know, and I just think 80 million euro for a player that we were talking a few months ago about maybe coming in on the left wing for 30 to 35 million. Where's 80 million come from?
Well, as you know, mate, in Saudi Arabia, money appears to grow on trees. I must visit this place and smuggle a couple of trees home with me. But all I can say is, since the Saudi League has been going, they have generally attracted the older players that are just looking for their final payday. Not that Ronaldo needs it because he's bloody minted anyway. But we all know why Ronaldo went there. It's just for his final payday. Extortionate money per week. And is he going to do what maybe Tony's doing? Go out there and earn some bread and then come back? Who knows? Who knows? I mean, I'd like to think if Somerville's got, instead of thinking with your bank balance, if he's got a head on his shoulders about his footballing career, he'll stay out there for a couple of seasons, earn millions and millions tax-free, stick that in your bank. You set yourself up and generations of your family for years to come.
Yeah.
And then come back and prove something in the Premier League.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I got nothing against anyone going over there for the money, which is, in my opinion, is what they all do. They only disappear out there for like 300 grand a week, whatever they all earn. I think 300 grand a week out there's a bit low, isn't it?
All that I hear is everyone that goes there is earning stupid money, mate.
Ain't Ronaldo on something like £1 million a week or something?
Yeah, something like that. Something like
crazy money.
Yeah, it is.
Then again, they say like there seems to be trees in Saudi Arabia where money grows. So I would like one of these trees if anyone wants to send me one.
There you go. It's his birthday soon, October.
Well, it's after yours. Yours is in about 8 days, isn't it? Or was that
9?
No, well, yeah, it was close enough. It was a guesstimation. I was within the ballpark.
I had to even have a look at the calendar then to see what was going on. Right, I'm going to rattle through a few now, all right? Because Mario, morning to you, mate. Hope you're well this morning. Big up to you, fella.
Big up.
Let me see. Cool. I'll say I'm going to rattle through them. Norm, morning to you, mate. Hope you're well this morning. Big up to you, Norm.
Good morning.
Wembers is in. He's probably gone now, but Wembers, big up to you. Morning, boys.
Big up, mate.
For missing the start of the show, had a lie in. As have the day off. Big up to you, Wembers. Have your best day,
Excellent.
as they say.
Yes.
I cannot fathom a selling Will Lancashire. If not, we're not going to be signing at least one central striker.
Maybe this is the plan. Well, it better be the bloody plan. That's all I'm saying.
Jimmy says it's a poor deal for Lancashire, in my opinion. Up to 20 million for a 21-year-old who is improving isn't good business. So Jimmy thinks Lancashire could be the real deal.
Well,
could improve.
It's like I said, you'd like to think that we have a buyback clause.
Yeah.
that we can trigger at any time. Because all of these youngsters, I want them to see go out and say, look, if we want him back, he's coming back. All right, we'll give you 30 million if he
Yeah.
wants. If we want him back, if he develops at the rate Jimmy thinks he is, I'd like to think that we've got a thing. We could go to Middlesbrough and said, right, end of the season, he's coming home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't know whether they can negotiate that in these contracts.
Yeah.
Because if he turns out to be a baller, mate, and he's banging in goals for fun, he's certainly better than what we've got at the moment.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Dingo Yid's in. Morning to you, Dingo, if you're still here. Sorry, mate. Morning, me old mucker, as they say. Suit Measured is in the house. Big up to you. Future's bright. The future is Lily White. Love
Big up to you as well.
People hate me for saying it, but Pops didn't have that winning mentality. Loved the guy to bits, but he didn't and doesn't. Mark, I'll let you answer that one because everyone knows you love Pops, so crack on, mate.
Well, not so much now. He's guilty by association.
Right, okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Right.
But
okay.
Yes, I do love Poch. He played the greatest football I've ever seen in my, not ever, but he made me proud to be a Tottenham fan in that little spell. He made me truly proud to go out with my Tottenham shirt on and not be laughed at, taking the piss out of. And he made me truly proud. But he doesn't appear to have that winning mentality, does he? But then again, in my opinion, you always have one, because Poch was very unfortunate that he was at a club when they were piling all the bread into building a new stadium. It was, you imagine if Poch was building the team he had back in 2016, 17. Now, you imagine if we could jump forward 10 years, the 2016 team, when we had the best squad and the best starting 11, in the league. Yeah. And Enoch come out and said, oh, here's an unlimited bloody checkbook. Spend what you bloody like with it, obviously.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You know what I mean? We'd have won 2 league titles, which is what Enoch never done when he was here. They never backed him. They never, ever backed him. So, yes, he didn't win us anything, but if anyone ever deserved to win anything, for having one hand tied behind his back, because let's face it, all managers under Enoch they've been shackled to some description or another. But I'd like to see him come back with the new Enoch and see what he could build. If this is the new Enoch, let's get that in there.
Yeah.
So I said the new Enoch. World Under's going to be in here immediately and say, "Oh, he said the new Enoch. He's changed." Blah, 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 trying to wind me up. If they have changed, let's get that in there.
Right, fair play.
Yes,
fair play.
I would like to see what he could do.
Yeah. Morning to Sonny. Hope you're well this morning, Sonny. Waffles is here. Big up to Waffles.
Big up to Waffles.
Wafflesless. Hope you're well this morning. Big up to you. Who else is in here? I know there's loads of you in here. Brandon's in. Big up to Brandon. No, I don't. I think that might be the only place, Brandon. Someone could put us right.
Yeah.
I'm busy later, so I'm not even. I've got to catch up with it at some stage.
I believe you do have to have Levy play.
Yeah,
whatever it's called.
Spurs play. I think Brandon.
Yes, it is Spurs play, but it was called Levy play.
Oh well,
£50 a year.
Yeah.
Not 50. Well, it was 50. It's probably 60 now.
Yeah.
I certainly won't be watching it. I'm not paying that.
Listen, it is what it is, people. But I think that is where you'll find it. Magic Tree says, "Hi chaps, sorry about the lateness. Don't you worry about that, Magic Tree. There's nothing wrong with having a decent kip now and again, mate. It does happen from time to time. Normally for us light sleepers, we end up just totally wearing out and crashing out. Magic Tree.
And
you just
I
end
don't.
up-
If you remember where you are, I'm just going to bring this one up.
Yeah.
I am down your way, Rob, every night. Every night I'm in Bridport, manning the new roundabout that they are building slowly.
Get down there, Rob, and say hello to the sheriff.
Yeah.
Why
You
not?
will find me just in front of where they're building all those new houses.
Yeah, just look out for the Ivies gear and all that. You'll know you're in the right area-ish.
I'll probably be asleep, so just tap on the window.
That's it. Yeah, just look in every transit, and you'll find sheriff there more than likely. In one of them, anyway. Rob, take him a flask down or something. You know what I mean?
Well, last night, as you saw, I sent you photos. I was in West Bay.
Yes, I did.
went
Very
down there?
nice indeed.
It's
Very
a lovely
nice
part of the world.
indeed. Beautiful.
Bridport's nice. Bridport's nice, but West Bay is lovely. I love West Bay.
Yeah. Yeah. Where am I? Let me see. I am here. Sophie says she'd love Phil Foden. Class.
There you go. Yeah, it's me and you both. I'd have taken him yesterday.
Yeah, Stephen's in. Morning, Stephen.
Big up.
Morgan Gibbs White, I think, is the player we should go for. We haven't even spoken
yes.
about him this morning yet, to be fair. Can play 10, false 9, guarantees goals, 12 to 15 man, isn't he? And could be more, Stephen, in the right team.
I'll be honest with you. If we sign Morgan Gibbs White, I reckon the celebration stream from Tottenham away, especially Mr. Daigle, will last days. Because he's always wanted this man. He's always, big up Brian, by the way.
Absolutely.
Probably just getting home from work or asleep but big up to you, Brian. But the celebration stream from Tottenham on tour would be I might have said Tottenham away, but Tottenham on tour would last days.
Yeah, fair play. Big up, Stephen. Hope you're well, mate.
Yeah,
this
big
morning.
up, mate.
Hang on a minute. Who's this? Super Tottenham TV. Make sure to like and subscribe. He says, I don't want Foden. He's had 2 very poor seasons. Since De Bruyne and Gundogan left City, Foden has gone downhill. He was good when they were around. This was Foden's chance to step up. But he's gone missing. He has gone missing. Super team.
You can't really argue with that. I still think he's a Tottenham player.
Yeah. That type of player. I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
It's only my opinion.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm certainly not right on everything.
William's in. Big up, William. Big up, guys. I'll keep Spence and Gray. Both versatile. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
They're sort of jack of all trades, masters of none, though. That's my argument with them.
There you go.
I mean, maybe it's time we got the masters of at least one trade in.
Yep, I'm with you. Shem's in. Morning, Shem. Hope you're well.
Big up, Shem.
Hope you're well. This is we're only half an hour behind now. Doing well.
Well, you've done well. You've done a lot well here, mate.
Hello to the gentlemen of Spurs. Hope you are both doing well. We are doing great, Shem, I believe.
Well, I've only been up for about an hour and a half.
Yeah. We're doing great, mate. Those days where I was always in the school team was a left footer, but they always stuck me on the right wing. Got assists, but no goals.
Well, that's where you're falling straight to what Mark's been saying from probably the last year and a bit. He wants you on the side where your strongest foot is.
Doesn't stop you coming inside.
No,
right?
of course it doesn't.
But if you're 2-footed, you can do it. Yeah? So, and that's why I go on about 2-footed players, because it gives you so many more options, as an individual and as a team.
I was going to caveat it with, but I know you always say you want a left footer on the left and a right footer on the right, but I know deep down you want 2-footed players everywhere.
Yeah, I do.
Which, to me, if you're earning 200-300 grand a week, why you can't kick with both feet is a bloody mystery. to me. If you're earning that kind of dough every week,
Madness, mate. Madness.
to just say, look, just kick with your right foot or your weak foot until it gets as good as your other one. I mean, it can't be that long. How long will it take you to develop a right foot, mate?
To kick what I would say as close to I could be to me left foot, probably 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, so in all fairness, with these kids at the academies, why aren't they getting them to kick with both feet?
I got no idea, mate.
No.
We'll have to ask Stel about that.
Yeah.
He knows all the answers to that sort of stuff, being a coach.
Being involved with youth football.
I'll write that down in a minute. And next time Stel's on, or we go on Stel's, I'll ask the question, mate, and see what he says. Be interesting to know. Sonny says Mickey Hazard is one of the best two-footed players I've seen live. I'm with you, Sonny, as well.
Do you know the only thing?
Very good.
Mickey was a hell of a player. I'm not saying he wasn't. But the only thing that he never quite lived up to, he was meant to be Glenn's replacement.
Yeah.
And he still a hell of a player. But he wasn't Glenn, was he? The only player that I have cried when he left. And I would have been 16 as well. So I want a kid or nothing. Well, I still was, I suppose. But
what it is.
I cried when Glenn left, and Mickey was meant to be his replacement, and he never quite, he was good, but he wasn't Glenn.
No, I know what you're saying, Sheriff. I know what you're saying. William says the Japanese left winger, the Celtic player, Maeda, is joining Ipswich for £10 million. Watch him rip up the EPL. It'll be interesting to see, William, how he gets on, to be fair. It will be interesting to see if he can step up.
And if he does, we'll all be honest saying, well, we should have got him.
Yeah, there you go. Well,
yeah.
Oh, hang on, I've missed a comment. Shem says, I used to run up and down a wing like the Energizer Bunny. Now, when I run to the end of the garden, I've got to sit down for half hour to recover.
That is like every single one of us.
Yeah, absolutely. And Magic Tree says, Bell's dad in Gareth's early days used to count the number of shots. I think that's meant to be from each foot.
From each foot.
The point was to confuse defenders what was his best foot.
Of course.
And it just gives you double the options, Magic, doesn't it?
Of course it does.
Do you know what I mean? So, Stephen says, agree. Hazard was a terrific player. Unfortunately for him, he played by Loddle, had his position nailed down. And that was pretty
Glenn left as well. And Mickey Hazard was looked upon as his looked upon as his replacement, and he just wasn't. I'm not.
Oh, there you go.
I'm not.
I was on about Spence, stay or go.
Oh.
It was Spence, stay or go. Sorry. Right. We spoke about so many players this morning, haven't we, people?
Yeah.
Listen, again, Mark, if a bid come in for 40 million for Spence, are you taking it or leaving it?
Yeah. Because there's been, we'll put it this way, Conte called him a club signing and didn't play him whatsoever. There's been rumours about his attitude, and you could see on the pitch his attitude got worse when he got his first England cap. He suddenly thought he was Billy Big Balls. And so I'd quite happily see the back of him.
As long as you're getting better in.
Oh, of course. But that's what we seem to be doing at the moment.
Yeah, fair play.
Yeah.
Fair play. Big up to everyone who's still in, by the way. $45 million for Ivan Toney, which is, I don't know,
40 million
bit less. It's a bit higher than the euro, so it's probably about 38, 9 million quid, something like that.
I said 40 as a ballpark.
Yeah. Interesting. Be interesting to see Spurs go down that route. To be honest with you, because I don't think anyone, I don't think anyone knows where we're going with this at the moment. I don't think they do. Sonny's come in, Sue Measure's come in and said Tony's hold up play solid, strong bully, yes. Brobbery is a beast. He's an animal, mate. He is an animal. And not just the Spurs Sunderland game. I've watched him in a couple of different, and he puts himself about a bit. I've got to be fair. Aussie Ange is in. Big up to the Ozmeister. He says, hello, Cookie and the Sheriff. 1 month today, and our season begins with a win.
I believe it is Newcastle.
Is it?
Is that correct?
I don't know. I thought it was
I'm not
Brentford.
sure.
I've
I
looked at
seem
it.
to have Newcastle stuck in my head. I'm probably completely wrong, as I normally am.
That's all part of the fun on this show, Sheriff, isn't it?
It's on a Sunday as well. And we're on the exact first few games are all on TV, mate. They're all on Sky or the other one.
Yeah. Kate says, big up Aussie Ange. And Flick, sorry, before that says, what about a Matata? A bit of a bully boy as well.
Yeah.
Puts it about a bit.
Yeah, I'd take him.
I'll leave it to you guys to come up with the names. Aussie, let me go back just where I was. Aussie Ange. Kate says, Scouts need to look further afield, but we need a quality striker in. Anyone will be better than Solanke and Richie. Just sell them as a job lot.
Car boot sale style.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Scott is in. Big up, Scott. Hope you're
Big
well,
up,
mate.
Scott.
Let's see if I can whiz for a few. Yeah. Jolly's in, or Ollie. Is it Jolly or Ollie? No, it's Ollie. Two right, lads. The squad is bloated. It absolutely is bloated, mate. I know we need players in of quality, but there's so much still of what you would think Roberto De Zerbi thinks is not quality that can go out the door.
But you've got to remember, we're probably not going to do it all this summer.
No.
Expecting them to do everything in one summer is ridiculous.
They can sell players, though, Mark.
Oh, yeah.
If they put it out there that Joe Blogs is for sale, this is for sale, that's for sale, available for loan, I'm sure they'll be able to get people off out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me also see that's see in here. Do we have matching rights on Lancashire? I know that there was an add-on, Aaron, or two. You could be right. You could be right.
So if they're going to sell him, if we match it, he comes back to us.
Yes.
A bit like the Harry Kane situation.
Yeah. Well, Harry's available for 86 million, isn't he? I say available. That is to Spurs. That's part of a buyback clause that Spurs put in when Kane left, that we could make an offer for basically what we sold him for, which was 86 million. Yeah. And then it's down to the player if he would like to return or if
come on,
where he is or whatever.
Why haven't you done this?
I'm just saying. He'd have to agree to it at the end of the day, Mark.
It's probably very sentimental of me, but
yeah.
But I'd have him back yesterday.
Morning to you, by the way, Aaron. Big up to you, mate.
Big up, Aaron.
Stu Boy's in. Morning, sunshine.
Big up, Stu Boy.
Big up, Stu. Oh, you're
another one that's probably had a lion by the looks of things.
Could well be. Phil's in. The Prez.
Big up, the Prez.
Big up, Phil. Morning to you, mate. I'm having Phil on again soon. I like to have Phil on about once a month, once every couple of months, because he's another truth bomber, unfortunately. Well, I say unfortunately. He just says it as it is. And Phil, we'll sort something out, mate, have a little show. What I will say before I continue is that, well, we've got 100 people in here. Tonight at 7:30, Sheriff's at work, but myself and Nige from Pure Coys will be doing a review of the transfer window so far for Spurs, what we think about the signing, all sorts in there. But 7:30 tonight on this channel, on the Two Marks, Nige. Me and Nige did one about maybe 6 weeks ago, a couple of months ago, on his channel, and he's texted me and said, "Well, let's do one on your channel this week." So tonight at 7:30, the two Marks and Pure Coys will be having a transfer review. Please come over.
The one Mark and Pure Coys.
Listen, you're here in spirit, Sheriff.
I have been informed of I have been informed of your moonlighting tonight.
Well, there you go. Well, you had to set it up, so
yeah.
Big up, Phil. Hope you're well, mate.
But I will try and tune in if I'm not too busy.
I'm sure you will, Sheriff. And Joe says, big up, Joe. Sheriff, no one could replace.
Quite right.
So
that is the correct answer. Oh,
absolutely, Joe. And yeah, here's the next one. Morning, everyone, says Ben from the coffee company.
Big up to Ben.
Decided to steal 3 cases of the Sheriff's milk and invest it into the economy of Somerset.
3 cases? I did have words with the council about exports, but it appears they've chucked my letter in the bin. But big up to you, Ben. When is the Coffee 2.0 opening?
Can't be long now. Can't be long now.
The shop is coming together. I still keep my eye out for his little videos and posts, and then whenever, because I've done a lot of work lately, so I must be due a week off soon.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I must be. And my plan is maybe to go and visit the Coffee Meister and maybe have a trip to Oldham.
Oh, well.
Well, I haven't discussed this with you.
Well, yeah, I'm sure we can do that off air.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Welcome anytime, mate. You know that.
Yeah,
as long
I know.
as I'm not on holiday, by the way.
Well, it could be any week then.
Well, yeah.
To be honest, you have more holidays than Butlins. I've always said this.
Magic Tree is disputing that Mickey Hazard was Glenn Hoddle's replacement with, I thought, Johnny Method was signed as the Hoddle replacement.
Well, Hazard was always there when Hazard was already there when Hod was there.
Yeah.
But to be honest, everyone looked at Mickey as Hod's replacement because I wouldn't even say they were sort of cut from the same cloth. Is that the right words?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes. Flicks has come in. Brentford first game. I thought it was.
Is it?
Didn't want to say anything, but I saw it this morning. Anyway, Brentford first, and then Newcastle.
But I believe even that game's on telly, isn't it? The Brentford one.
Yeah, we'll be all right. Tottenham Tone's in. Big up, Tone. He says if De Zerbi states he wants Spence and the club sells, only then should we be frustrated. Listen, if he wants him in there, mate, that's up to him. Fair play. He's the manager. Whoever he wants, Tone. Agree. Yeah.
To be honest, right, I'm quite happy with what De Zerbi wants. Because at the end of the day, he's captain of the ship.
Yeah, I get it. Now. Yeah.
And so we've all got to get behind him and whatever decisions he makes. For a start, we haven't really got a say in it apart from coming on here moaning about things. And secondly, you got to trust the geezer. You know, if he does something, you know, you just got to put up with that, haven't you? We can come on here and say, well, I think he was a bit wrong and blah, 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 blah.
Just opinion.
It's only opinions, isn't it?
It's only opinion. There you go. Scott is in. Morning, Scott. Hope you're well this morning, mate.
Still no forwards in. Nope. Patience, my friend.
No forwards in at the moment. Coffee says, Ben, bloody Sheriff, skiving off again. No, I've got to back him up here, Ben. He's not skiving. Go on, Sheriff. Tell him. Go on.
I've been on nights, Ben. I had a grand total of 4 hours sleep. So I think No. Hang on, that's a lie. 5 hours sleep this morning. So I went to bed at 5-ish, and I arose out the pit at about just gone 10. So I woke up and I looked at my phone, and I thought, It was 3 minutes past 10. I thought, let's get downstairs, make a tea, and get on there with him. Because to be honest, mate, I was expecting the screen to be filled up when I rocked up.
Yeah. While I remember, and I don't forget, you know the stream that you set up for tonight for the transfer review. Could you send me the link to me as well?
Certainly, mate. I'll do it as soon as this finishes, mate.
I've only said it while we're on here, so I've got, because you know what I'm like, Mark. I walk out the room at the end and forget. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I said it. Just so.
Well, me and you are very similar, mate. If we don't say it immediately when it's in the head, there's no chance of us remembering it.
It is true. That is so true. That is so true.
So I haven't been skiving, Ben.
2 marks in tour or on tour? On tour, Phil. On tour.
It was on tour in Portugal, mate.
It was.
Where there's no bloody Amstel either.
Yeah. Sue Measured says we've got to trust the manager.
Yes.
You've got to trust the manager. You have to, don't you, Sue? You have to. You have to see how the club's acting differently at the moment. Let me caveat, at the moment. Yeah.
Right.
And we go with the flow.
Hang on.
That's all we can do.
You missed important information.
Aiming for next week. I did miss another comment as well, Mark.
What, from Ben?
Spurs are playing today. Yes. They are playing Milton Keynes.
MK Dons, isn't it?
MK Dons, yeah. I think it's a 5 o'clock kickoff. I can't remember who put the comment in. Someone put up here, are we playing today? Yeah, Scotty Calvert. Yes, we are. 5 o'clock kickoff. And I think it's only available on Spurs Play, Scott. As far as I know.
Only available on Enoch Play if you give him 50 quid to watch it.
That's what it is at the end of the day.
Well, can I encourage people to pay the 50 quid to get a striker in? No, I'm only joking. You do what you like.
Playing the way we've played, he might get a chime out of Solanke. Suit Measured, you never know, mate. You never know. We'll see what happens with it.
My only comeback on this is that nobody else has managed to in his whole career.
Yeah.
Released as a child from Chelsea and Liverpool.
Thank you. Oh, it's all right. Thanks, darling. It's all right. Mrs. just bought the old Red Bull in. Bless her heart.
I'm not sure you can even watch it on one of them, mate.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that, Phil. Perhaps if you can download the app to one of those, then you can do it. I don't know. There is another way, but I can't mention it on here. So
you can tell me afterwards.
All know what I'm talking about. That's all I can say. Razzle says, in De Zerbi we trust.
Quite
absolutely.
Right. We've got to.
We're not,
no.
but there are loads of channels. Our Spurs Talk Show is doing a watch along, I believe.
Mia is as well.
Mia may be doing one.
Yeah, because I've already set up the redirect. You're all going over to Mia in a bit.
There you go. Yeah, we'll wrap up. Hopefully Mia's still going. It is what it is. Listen, everyone, have a great day. Have your best day. As always.
Me and you were in stereo then, mate. I said have your best day as well.
Like and subscribe, people. Most important. Please like the stream and subscribe if you haven't. And one more comment. Big up to the Flickmeister, who I believe is on later on this afternoon, about 3:45. Get over to him and any Spurs creators, Mia, whoever. Yeah. Subscribe to them all. Everyone's got a different way of putting things. So get over to everyone. Really important. What else was I going to say? Yeah, tonight, please don't forget, 7:30, the transfer review show. Myself and Nige from Pure Coys will be doing that. We might open the lines up and have people on, maybe one at a time rather than a screen full of people, and get what people are thinking, whether you be YouTubers, whether you be people in the chat. It don't matter. Yeah.
Now, I've just seen one last message I'm going to bring up.
Go on, mate.
This is the only one I've seen this morning.
What can I say? You'll have to have words with the Razzle Dazzle over his mod status if he can. No, I'm not. I'm only joking, Razzle, by the way.
No, that's the only comment I've seen about my activities this morning.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Big up, Razzle. Big up to everyone who's been in this morning. As usual, every morning you're here. And we thank you for that. We really do.
Without you lot, I'll just say, without you lot, this channel don't exist.
There you go.
I believe we've built a nice little community up now.
Yeah, we absolutely have. We absolutely have. And we're just trying to grow it a bit more. Thanks to all you people. Please share the stream for us if you get 2 minutes. Whatever other socials you've got, whack it out there for us. If you've got a spare hype the stream. Yeah, leave a comment. Anything you want to ask, leave it in the comments. One of us will get back to you. And as always, tomorrow morning as well, the brunch, 9:30. Come on, you Spurs. See you all soon, everyone. Thanks ever so much.
Big up.